Hi friends, my name is Grimber and welcome to TitanCraft Season 11. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. This is a new season. Yes, TitanCraft has gone into its 11th season already. It's been quite a long journey, and I've missed some of Season 10 due to a lot of things going on in my life. And this is season 11 spawn with this huge tree. And this is the shopping district over there. I'm so excited to have season 11 here after such a long time. It's incredible to see this community and everyone else is coming in together. It is just so incredible. There are 120 players online. It is quite absurd. But yes, people, this time things are gonna get somewhat slow. You see, back in season 10, I had this white name above my name. And in the middle of season 10, my name just turned into teal. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, let me fill you in. That means I'm a staff member. It means that I run things behind the scenes on the server, mostly on the community side, and I'm here to make sure that the community it behaves and everyone feels welcome, and I can be the source of assistance, so you could say. If you guys want to join this incredible community, TitanCraft is a Patreon pay-to-play server owned by Tangatech. You know, the one that makes Decked Out. That guy. So, in this season, I have some plans. Now, they're not going to be big. I don't want to make myself do something large on the server already, especially with me being staff member, so a lot of my time is going to be taken away to doing staff related things and making sure the server is ready for events, plan community related things, help each other. And you know, I have a life as well. I have a full-time job, so I will try to produce videos here and there, but I cannot promise too much. But this is a fun project, this is a fun hobby for me to be able to record for you guys and experience what I'm making and going for in this season. So let's just go towards where our base will be. Welcome to my humble abode. This entire forest over here, which I am circling, is my claim. To be more specific, this entire flower forest is gonna be our home for this season. Now, I have some plans, they're not big, but I am hoping to provide the server with dyes. Now, it's not gonna be a public dye farm, but it is still going to be a dye farm that I will almost constantly load, so I don't mind giving it to the server. Um, in addition, I'm hoping to provide and create some sort of mystical area here, but that will come in a bit later. You can see that I've gone into things so far. I've gotten some tools, some diamonds, nothing too crazy. Just working on getting myself set up. But I feel, where did I get these carrots? I feel like that if I really want to prepare this area and plan out the where I want to make my dye farms, I feel like the first order of business here is to get rid of this forest. You see, in Java Edition, which is the Minecraft version we run, um, flower forests don't generate by seed. The flowers don't generate by seed, they generate by flower gradient, meaning that even if you pick the same seed, these flowers will not necessarily be the same. This is a Bedrock thing, not a Java edition thing. In Java, there is a flower gradient that gets generated for the area, and it depends on Y levels as well. It's a 3D flower gradient. So you can see that there are tons of flowers everywhere, but one thing that is important, flower gradients have a pattern. To be more specific, you will always see tulips next to tulips. You will always see poppies next to dandelions. The list, I'm going to put the list on the screen for you guys. This is the pattern of the flower gradient. So we can use this to our advantage once we've cleared out all the trees to try and locate every type of flower. Now, I might have to look for different y coordinates in order to make them appear, because not necessarily that one area would be, for example, cornflower, but maybe a few blocks above it, it can be an orange tulip. It it really depends on the flower gradient, and it is 3D. So, the first order of business, in order to actually see where the flowers are to better plan our base, is to get rid of all of them. So, I'm gonna go stream on twitch.tv/Grimburb. I'm gonna stream myself destroying all of these trees. I don't want any tree in this forest anymore. And we are gonna have some fun time experimenting and looking into what flowers we need and where. So, I'll see you guys very shortly. And the forest has been demolished. No, I'm kidding. It hasn't. There's still so much more to do. This forest is quite big, but I feel like we've gotten quite a bit of the forest dug out. But to be more precise, more of the immediate working area. Maybe I'll tear down the rest, I'm not sure. But there has been some progress. As you might have noticed by my gear, I'm diamond gear now. A few days have elapsed now, and it was mostly days where I was online for like an hour or two in between work and sleeping, and where I was actually available to actually do some base work. I was just getting myself set up. We've got a bamboo there, a chest monster. Oh, look, shulkers. Yeah, the end already opened. I wasn't a part of the end fight this season. I was actually away for the time being while the end was happening. So I unfortunately didn't get to experience it. Maybe I'll experience it later. I've got a beef farm here. Now, for people who are on the TitanCraft server or are watching the TitanCraft server, you guys need to be aware that we are limited to 50 entities per one loaded area. 50 persistent entities to be more precise. The bees in beehives, they count as persistent entities if they're used in farms. If they're not, they don't really count as persistent. And it's been doing work. It's been doing work. And over here we've got ourselves two sniffers, which are they're okay. They're being slow with the TPS, as you can see at the top left. The TPS is quite bad. Now I've got a little wheat field. I'm hoping to. I was playing around with the wheat field. I'm hoping to incorporate this into the design, kind of like. I'm not sure if you guys watch or know of Mambo and Grian, but kind of like what they had in Hermitcraft on season. What was it? 10 and Mambo with season 11. So I really think that having just a few wheat fields would work out with my base plans. And this is where we're at this point. I've marked out a few flower locations. This is a moss farm I just built. The design built by Felix Warrior 13. Make sure to give him his thanks. That will be hopefully running the bone meal and supplying all our farms together. And if not, we can always stack it up and get as much bone meal as we need. Now, I have misinformed you at the beginning of the video regarding the flower gradient. Now, I was not precisely incorrect. The flower gradient on Java Edition is not dependent on the seed. On Bedrock, it is. After doing some more research into this, it's not that the flower gradient gets generated in the world. The flower gradient is in Java Edition is the same flower gradient across all worlds. It is the same one. And as long as you're in a flower forest in a specific location, that flower forest will always have the same flowers in it. The flowers in the plains will always have the same flowers in them. It highly depends on the biomes when it comes to Java Edition, but the flower gradient is exactly the same. So instead of clearing the rest of the trees out, what I did was load up a world. This was actually one of my tests. I loaded up a world that is just a single flower forest biome. I teleported to these coordinates, and lo and behold, the flower gradient was exactly the same. So what I did was experiment with where the flowers are. Now, there was one really close, and I'm specifically looking for Lily of the Valley, because that is the rarest flower together with dandelions, but mostly Lily of the Valley, because it's a white flower. There was one right here, like really right there, underground at like Y30, but unfortunately there is a dripstone cave down there. And I didn't see that in my single biome world, because obviously it was all one single biome. But over here, I didn't consider it being a dripstone cave. So I went up instead. And this is the closest Lily of the Valley there is. Oh yeah, I have Elytra too. Felix gave me this Elytra. I might get one by myself. So yeah, this is a Lily of the Valley section. And you can tell that it is a Lily of the Valley area, because over here there are cornflowers. Now you might think, oh, this Lily of the Valley is also flower gradient generated. No, it is not. You see right next to it, it has tulips. Lily of the Valleys generate next to cornflowers. That is how it works. And next to cornflowers, we have oxeye daisy over here, and then the white tulips, or white, pink tulips, as you can see over here, which then goes to white, and then to orange, and then to red, and then to, I believe, alliums. Oh no, azure red, and then alliums, and then poppies, and then dandelions. So I pretty much have everything in the vicinity here, which is great. Oh, you can see poppy, and then I marked out dandelions over here. I still haven't marked out the alliums, the gerbilleret, and the tulips. I mean, those are super easy to get. I claimed over there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Over there, this stone pillar, that is a swamp, and I've claimed it, and I've already talked to my neighbors, Rio over there, and it's far enough away from one of my other neighbors, so that's excellent. It won't load any entities, except when I'm farming, but they won't be persistent, so it still works. It was more of the fact that maybe visually it would be a hindrance. So this is our current status and situation. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna do much in this episode. Um, I'm hoping next episode I'll be building a wither rose farm, which I have already designed. And there's actually a funny clip where I got 3 wither skulls in a row. It is quite insane. It was just one of these days. I logged in. I went and saw like 4 wither skellies, and I was like, oh, let me go kill them, see if I'll get any. And I got 3 skulls in a row. It's insane. So hopefully we'll only use one of those sets and won't have um much bad luck with the Wither Rose farm, because it's the first time I'm gonna have it, and if I'm gonna mess up, we're gonna have a Wither loose in the end. Yeah. So what I'm probably going to do now is just mark out locations where the tulips, alliums, and azure blorets will be. I feel like that would be working. I feel like that would be a working blah 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 blah. I can I can word. I feel like that would be pretty much it for this episode. There's not much I can think of for this episode because I really, 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 really want to get next episode started and building that Wither Rose farm and having a shop set up already. I really want people to have their flowers and dyes already. I'm not looking to take my time with this. So I do want to get this started because I also want to get started with my base. And in order to do so, I have to know where everything is going and already set up the farms. So I feel like we're gonna set up the locations for them and then we'll get going. So what I'm looking for an area, I'm looking for a 5x5 area where the flowers generate, because that's the size of the farm. So this is a pink tulip. This is great. At what point does this turn into white? This is still pink over here. Is it white? No, still pink. Okay, so it's white over here. And we already know that this is roughly white area. So let me just put in white. Actually, let me put the white tulip. Okay. And we can already see we already have I might use this area for orange. This is a bit tricky because it gets close to the white, so I want to see at what point does this count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should hopefully. Oh no, see, that's a white, so I need to count from here. If this is an orange, you see, eventually, there we go. So what I'll do is count 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is an orange, please. Nope, this is not an orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully this is an orange. This is taking some time. Yep, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm hoping this won't be a red tulip. Okay, good. Let me just check this area as well, because those may be red tulips. But the chances are low with this, so I'm gonna count that as orange because clearly they're bordering here. I'm gonna count this as orange tulip. Now I don't want to do them too close to one another, because the farm takes a bit of space, so I might have to find out how I want to do the I might have to change these depending on how much space the farm takes. But that is pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as much as I have. I really have enjoyed this season so far. Being back on TitanCraft into its next season has me hyped, and I can't wait for you guys to see what I have in store for this season. Now again, I may not be as active as I want to be, but I'm still hoping to make videos here and there. It is, after all, my hobby. So, thank you guys very much for being here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like my content. It makes me motivated to do this and share with you guys my work. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.